I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my creative healing course is filled with hours of exclusive content. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And today we're going to be talking about why we sabotage relationships. You know, it's interesting that oftentimes we do things unconsciously in relationships that we're unaware of what's going on with us, but sometimes we're feeling smothered or scared, or there are things bothering us about the relationship or what's going on with our partner, and we're not even aware of these things. But it's important that you do become aware of ways we sabotage our relationships, because if you don't get aware of it, you can't stop doing it, you can't fix it, right?
Absolutely right.
And Margaret, what would you say, in your experience, do you see lots of people sabotage their relationships?
All the time, and it always hurts my heart. And that's one of the worst things that can happen to a human being. We're all wired to have a relationship, but we're not all well nurtured enough to accept it when we get it.
And so, you know, this is one thing that you've told me recently, is we were talking about how a lot of our issues come out when we're in a relationship.
Exactly. You may think you're absolutely fine, but the minute you get into an intimate relationship where you really, really feel safe, then other issues can often surface.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to look over some research that Coach Victoria did, and we're going to talk about this today. So what do you want to say for us today?
First, I wanted to talk about what sabotage is in a relationship. And this could be creating some kind of chaos in the relationship with the intention, either conscious or unconscious, and we're going to talk about that soon, with the intention to terminate the relationship or separate from the other person. This can also look like making up or fabricating reasons to end the relationship or why the relationship must end.
Mm-hmm. That's an important point.
That is important.
Because a lot of times people will say things and you're like, this sounds like ridiculous. Why would you leave the relationship for this? Mm-hmm. And it's because something's going on with that person, right?
Right, especially a good relationship. You could be asking yourself, why would I want to sabotage this perfectly good relationship with somebody?
And you know who does it all the time is the avoidant. Mm-hmm. Right? And they tend to break up when things are going well.
Yeah.
Because it's too close for them.
Okay. So what else can you add to that?
At the bottom of this, it's really a protective measure, but it's really taken out of context. Because if you are in a good, safe, healthy relationship, you might be so familiar with things going wrong that even a good relationship might seem wrong to you. It might feel like something is off. And if you can't find what's off, you can often create it to separate.
That's a different way to put it. I like that. That is true. It feels strange. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. What else do you want to say?
Other things that could happen is that somebody may attempt to sabotage a relationship with the intention of testing a partner's loyalty.
I had that happen recently in a Skype this week.
Did you?
Yeah. The girl broke up with this guy 3 times just so he would show that he cared.
Would have been easier to ask.
Not for her.
Right, not for her.
But the thought behind this one is really the doubt if the partner will be with you through anything. Mm-hmm. And below that is really the doubt of yourself if you are worthy to be loved unconditionally.
Yeah.
Or if they're just going to abandon you, perhaps like other people have in your life.
Mm-hmm. Could you just say that phrase again?
That the thought beneath this could be the doubt that somebody could love you unconditionally or that you're worthy of being loved unconditionally.
And if people aren't loved unconditionally as children, of course they think they don't deserve it.
And it's going to feel uncomfortable.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Another reason why somebody would sabotage a relationship could be to solidify an ending. And what I mean by this is that if a partner fears that the other person won't handle the breakup well, they could create a chaotic scenario to break ties easier.
Okay.
An example of this could be a partner who is cheating and who is not very careful on purpose about hiding the evidence. Their thought process might be, if my partner finds out, then they will leave me for sure. They will be angry at me. There will be no repairable connection left.
And it won't be my fault. At least in the eyes of the world.
Do you see a lot of that, Margaret?
Yes, I see some of it. Occasionally. People will induce a breakup because they can't say the words, or like Vicky just said, they don't think the partner will handle the breakup well. But it would be just so much easier to be honest in the beginning.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people intentionally get caught?
I think some do. I won't say a lot, but certainly some.
I'll tell you an interesting story that happened to my dad with his second wife. You know, she wound up cheating on him, and he found out because she left a card in the middle of the like in the console of the car, like sitting in between the seat, and he pulled it out, and it's like a love letter, and then he's like, what is this?
I never got this.
What is going on here? And instead of her coming out and just saying it, she just looked at him. And he said she was just staring at me. And he's like,
Well, it's much easier now that we have cell phones. All you have to do is leave it around.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly. Interesting, yes. So that's another way that people do it, you know?
Another way that somebody could sabotage a relationship is by either blaming the partner or blaming a third party. So this could look like blaming it on family, projecting insecurities onto your partner, and saying that they're the reason why the relationship must end. And this is really a way to absolve blame
Yes.
and to not take the responsibility of, I'm the one who feels uncomfortable in this relationship and I'm the one who wants to end it.
Yep.
But I'm not going to admit it or own it or act on it. I hear about the ex a lot. He's too close with his ex. She's too close with her ex.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all kinds of things that people do to unconsciously distance themselves or sabotage the relationship. And so the connection isn't maybe so intense, or they can't handle being in that kind of commitment. Because it can be scary to be in a committed relationship.
Absolutely. That's why we do all this and we all work so hard at it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the more you're aware of it, the more you could look at yourself and the reasons your partner may have given, or just looked at how they behaved, and you can interpret if any of this was going on in your relationship. Okay?
And you don't have to sabotage a relationship in order to get the space that you need. You can communicate, you can ask for it. There's other ways of obtaining that space, especially if you have an avoidant attachment style. You might not even know why you want to separate, or really what the reason is for why you're feeling so uncomfortable with the closeness. So really learning more about attachment theory is a great place to start.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else to add?
Very nice.
That's it.
Okay. Hopefully you found this video helpful. And of course, if you want to get our help personally, you can go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. And of course, Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
If you think I can be helpful to you, please sign up.
And Coach Vicky is still training with us, but you'll continue to see her in videos. So that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And we will talk with you soon.